This country has been blessed with a few great men who have guided us on the principle that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Our institutions are supposed to be the embodiment of this principle. But where are our great men now? Can you name one? On March 24, 2018, inspired by the nation's young people, 800,000 souls marched down Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. for sane gun legislation. This video is a record of that march.
$10 on the shirts, guys. Cash or credit? $10. $10.
The cute little pigeon.
What guns do you think people should be allowed to have? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a fishbowl. It's not on the right. I know it.
It's like walking on that one was really good. The NRA.
Do you think the president is making America great again?
No.
Thank you. Do you think President Trump is making America great again?
No, I don't. I think he's making us meaner.
In what way?
Well, I think his attitude's mean. I think he needs to watch what he's saying to people. He needs to be more respectful. That's what we need to have in this world. It's respect for one another.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Do you think Trump is making America great again?
Here we go, everybody.
Right now, this is not the time to have the discussion. This is not the time for this. It's not the time.
The shooter at our school obtained weapons that he used on us legally.
I do not think that he should have gotten his hands on any kind of weapon. Do you think it's too easy to get a gun? Do something about it. Make it not easier to get a gun. We know that this type of weapon has been used in other shootings.
You have privatized something to be completely reformed, so you can't just walk into a building with $130 and walk out with an AR-15.
It is a powerful and peaceful one because it is of, by, and for the young people of this country. My name is Cameron Kasky. Since this movement began, people have asked me, do you think any change is going to come from this? Look around. We are the change. Everybody here is standing with the future of our society, and for that, I thank you. My generation, having spent our entire lives seeing mass shooting after mass shooting, has learned that our voices are powerful and our votes matter. We must educate ourselves and start conversations that keep our country moving forward, and we will. We hereby promise to fix the broken system we've been forced into and create a better world for the generations to come. Don't worry, we've got this. The people of this country now see past the lies. We've seen this narrative before. For the first time, the corrupt aren't controlling our story. We are. The corrupt aren't manipulating the facts. We know the truth. Shooting after shooting, the American people now see one thing they all have in common: the weapons. Politicians, either represent the people or get out. The people demand a law banning the sale of assault weapons. The people demand we prohibit the sale of high-capacity magazines. The people demand universal background checks. Stand for us or beware, the voters are coming. On February 14th, tragedy struck my hometown and my school, Marjory Stoneman Douglas High. Alyssa Al-Hadef, Scott Beagle, Martin Duque Anguiano, Aaron Feist, Jamie Guttenberg, Chris Hickson, Luke Hoyer, Kara Loughran, Gina Montalto, Joaquin Oliver, Helena Petty, Meadow Pollock, Helena Ramsey, Alex Schachter, Carmen Schentrup, Peter Wang, and Nicholas Dworet all lost their lives in less than 7 minutes. And I saved Nicholas for the end because today is Nicholas's birthday. Nicholas, we are all here for you. Happy birthday. Their families endured great pain. Many others were injured, and thousands of young people, my classmates, were forced to become adults and were targeted as adults. We have to do this for them. We must stand beside those we've lost and fix the world that betrayed them. This doesn't just happen in schools. Americans are being attacked in churches, nightclubs, movie theaters, and on the streets. But we, the people, can fix this. For the first time in a long while, I look forward 10 years and I feel hope. I see light. I see a system I'll be proud of, but it all starts with you. The march is not the climax of this movement, it is the beginning. It is the springboard off of which my generation and all who stand with us will jump into a safer future. Today is a bad day for tyranny and corruption. Today, we take to the streets in over 800 marches around the globe and demand common sense gun laws. Today, is the beginning of a bright new future for this country. And if you think today is good, just wait for tomorrow. We must protect, educate, and inspire the future. And everybody here is proof that we will do that, and the future is looking very bright for this country. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I want to start off with a chant. Everybody repeat after me. Everyday shootings are everyday problems. No, that was a little weak, everybody. I need stronger than that. Everyday shootings are everyday problems. Now, make sure everybody watching hears us. Everyday shootings are everyday problems. My name is Trevon Bosley, and I'm here with the brave youth leaders of St. Sabina. And I'm here to speak on behalf of Chicago's youth who are surrounded and affected by gun violence every day. I'm here to speak for those youth who fear they may be shot while going to the gas station, the movies, the bus stop, to church, or even to and from school. I'm here to speak for those Chicago youth who feel their voices have been silenced for far too long. And I'm here to speak on behalf of everyone that believes a child getting shot and killed in Chicago or any other city is still a not acceptable norm. Most importantly, I'm here to speak on behalf of my brother Terrell Bosley, who was shot and killed while leaving church April 4, 2006. Just to give you guys a few stats from Chicago, since 2006 there have been more than 5,850 people shot and killed in Chicago. And since 2012, there have been more than 16,000 people shot. Now, let me repeat that one more time. Since 2006, there have been more than 5,850 people shot and killed in Chicago. And since 2012, there have been more than 16,000 people shot in Chicago. These stats are not just numbers in a speech. These are mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters on a societal proportion. These are lawyers, doctors, artists, musicians. And more than anything else, these are lives cut short due to senseless gun violence. I must add though, Chicago's violence epidemic didn't start overnight. It was caused by many problems that we are still not dealing with to this day. When you have a city that feels it's more important to help pay for a college's sports complex rather than fund schools and impoverished communities, you have gun violence. When you have a city that feels we need more divvy bikes in downtown Chicago for tourists rather than more funding for workforce programs that get guys off the streets real jobs, you have gun violence. You have an Illinois state governor, Bruce Rauner, who feels that funding anti-violence programs is, I quote, non-essential spending. You have gun violence. When you have elected officials who feel that getting a few extra dollars from the NRA is more important than their actual constituents, you have gun violence. And when you have a president that would rather constantly talk about and belittle Chicago's violence than rather than send funds and resources, you have gun violence. It's time for the nation to realize gun violence is more than just a Chicago problem or a Parkland problem, but it's an American problem. We are here demanding that this country, we are here demanding that we get what we as these people of this country deserve. We deserve a right to have a life of fear without fear of being gunned down. We can only live in this so often called the American dream if we have the proper gun legislation and resources to do so. And in Chicago's case, no more frivolous spending on tourist attractions, but rather we need to spend on the people that actually live there. It's time to care about all communities equally. It's time to stop judging some communities as worthy and some communities as unworthy. It's time to stop judging youth that look like me or my brother that come from impoverished communities any different than anyone else. It's time for America to notice that everyday shootings are everyday problems. I'll close with this quote by Martin Luther King Jr., which said, "We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope." I said this to say, no matter the hurdles we may face along this journey, we must remain hopeful and we must continue to stand together and fight for the lives that we deserve. Thank you.
because I am a Marjorie Stoneman Douglas student. However, I am not here today for the media. I'm not here for the crowds, as great as you all are, for the fame, or for the fun. I'm here on this stage today, and I'm here working every day for my 17 fellow Eagles pronounced dead because of gunfire. I am here for every person that has died at the hands of gun violence, and for the many more whose lives were irreparably changed because of it. I think, I hope, that is why we are all here. Because this is more than just a march. This is more than just one day, one event, then moving on. This is not a mere publicity stunt, a single day in the span of history. This is a movement. This is a movement relying on the persistence and the passion of its people. We cannot move on. If we move on, the NRA and those against us will win. They want us to forget. They want our voices to be silenced, and they want to retreat into the shadows where they can remain unnoticed. They want to be back on top unquestioned in their corruption. But we cannot and we will not let that happen. Today and every day, we will continue to fight for those things that are right. We will continue to fight for common sense. We will continue to fight for our lives. We will continue to fight for our dead friends. There will be no faltering, no pauses in our cause. Every moment will be dedicated to those pieces of legislation. Every march, every meeting, every moment. All for that assault weapons ban, to keep these weapons of war out of the hands of civilians who do not need them. All for the prohibition of high-capacity magazines, because no hunter will ever need access to a magazine that can kill 17 in mere minutes. All for the reinforcement of background checks and closing of loopholes, because there must be more requirement for a person to access a gun than just a wad of cash. There are so very many things, so many steps to take. Like right now, sign our petition. It takes 2 seconds, and it matters. We will take the big, and we will take the small, but we will keep fighting. When they give us that inch, that bump stock ban, we will take a mile. We are not here for breadcrumbs, we are here for real change. We are here to lead. We are here to call out every single politician, to force them into enacting this legislation, to addressing this legislation, to doing more than a simple Band-Aid on a broken bone. The pressure is on for every person in power, and it will stay that way. Because they know it is coming. They know that if there is no assault weapons ban passed, then we will vote them out. They know that if there is no tightening of the background checks, we will vote them out. They know that if there is no shrinking of magazine capacity, then we will vote them out. If they continue to ignore us, to only pretend to listen, then we will take action where it counts. We will take action every day in every way until they simply cannot ignore us anymore. Today, we march, we fight, we roar. We prepare our signs, we raise them high. We know what we want, we know how to get it, and we are not waiting any longer. Thank you.
We've had enough of the lies, the sanctimony, the hatred, the pettiness, the arrogance, the ignorance, the fake news, the NRA. We are done with your agenda to undermine voters' will and individual liberty in America.
We are done with your agenda to undermine the safety of our nation's youth and the individual voices of the American people.
So to every line member of the media,
to everyone with an A+ rating from the National Rifle Association,
to the role model athletes who use their free speech to alter and undermine what our flag represents,
to every spokeswoman with an hourglass who uses their free speech to alter and undermine what our flag represents,
to the politicians who would rather watch America burn than lose 1 ounce of their own personal power,
to the politicians who would rather watch America's youth die than get assault rifles off the shelves,
to those who stain honest reporting with partisanship,
to those who call high school students paid crisis actors and refuse to listen.
Your time is running out.
Your time is running out.
The clock starts now.
The clock starts now.
Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. This year, $1.05. When you take 3,140,167, the number of students enrolled in Florida schools, and divide it by 3,303,355, the amount of money Marco Rubio has received from the National Rifle Association. It comes out to $1.05. Is that all we're worth to these politicians? $1.05? Was $17.85 all it cost you that day, Mr. Rubio? Well, I say one life is worth more than all the guns in America. This is not a red versus blue issue. This is a morals issue. And to the politicians that believe that their right to own a gun comes before our lives, get ready to get voted out by us, the future. We will not allow a price to be put upon our lives. We will no longer be hunted down and treated like prey by politicians who simply just don't care about us. We are fighting. We have been fighting. We've been fighting since Columbine, since Sandy Hook, since Pulse, since Las Vegas. And we will continue to fight until we put a stop to gun violence in America. Because we are no longer a statistic in this country. We will not be treated like a statistic in this country. My school, Pulse, every other mass shooting will no longer be a statistic because we're going to put an end to those statistics and we will never stop fighting. Thank you.
Make a hole for them, let them get out. Make a hole for them, let them get out. Whoa.
Hola, buenas tardes. My name is Edna Lisbeth Chavez, and I am from South Los Angeles, California, el sur de Los Ángeles. I am a 17-year-old senior at Manual Arts High School and a member of an organization called Community Coalition, where I am a youth leader at South Central Youth Empowered Through Action. At Community Coalition, we organize high school students to develop their leadership skills in order to push for educational justice in our communities. That's why I got involved. I wanted to impact policies and make sure our voices are heard. I am a youth leader. I am a survivor. I have lived in South LA my entire life and have lost many loved ones to gun violence. This is normal. Normal to the point that I've learned to duck from bullets before I learned how to read.
All going that way. Right here.
My brother, he was in high school when he passed away. It was your brother's skin turn gray. Ricardo was his name. Can y'all say it with me?
Make a hole, let people out, please. Make a hole, let people out.
I lost more than my brother that day. I lost my hero. I also lost my mother, my sister, and myself to that trauma and that anxiety. If the bullet did not kill me, that anxiety and that trauma will. I carry that trauma everywhere I go. I carry it with me in schools, in class, walking home, and visiting loved ones. And I am not alone in this experience. For decades, my community of South Los Angeles has become accustomed to this violence. It is normal to see candles. It is normal to see posters. It is normal to see balloons. It is normal to see flowers honoring the lives of Black and brown youth that have lost their lives to a bullet. How can we cope with it when our school district has its own police department? Instead of making Black and brown students feel safe, they continue to profile and criminalize us. Instead, we should have a department specializing in restorative justice. We need to tackle the root causes of the issues we face and come to an understanding on how to resolve them. I am here to honor the Florida students that lost their lives and to stand with the Parkland students. I am here today to honor Ricardo. I am here today to honor Stephen Clark. I am here today to uplift my South LA community. Enough is enough. Question: how many more Trojans have to die so that this problem is finally acknowledged? Policymakers, listen up. Army teachers will not work. More security in our schools does not work. Zero tolerance policies do not work. They make us feel like criminals. We should feel empowered and supported in our schools. Instead of funding these policies, fund mentorship programs, mental health resources, paid internship and job opportunities. My brother, like many others, would have benefited from this. So let's make it happen. It's important to work with people that are impacted by these issues, the people you represent. We need to focus on changing the conditions that foster violence and trauma. And that's how we will transform our communities and uplift our voices. This has not and shall not stop us. It has only empowered us. Mi nombre, my name, is Edna Lisbeth Chavez.
Remember my name? Remember these faces? Remember us and how we're making a change. La lucha sigue. Gracias y bendiciones.
My name is Alex Wynn. I'm a junior at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. In the wake of the tragedy on February 14th, we, as students, as youths, decided that if adults weren't going to take action, we would. No gun-related legislation has been passed in this country since 2008, 10 years ago. Since 2008, there have been at least 95 mass shootings in this country, and hundreds and thousands more just senseless violence on the cities of our nation, and cities like Miami, Chicago, and Baltimore. It needs to stop. People believe that the youth of this country are insignificant. People believe that the youths have no voice. When Joan of Arc fought back English forces, she was 17 years old. When Mozart wrote his first symphony, he was 8 years old. To those people that tell us that teenagers can't do anything, I say that we were the only people that could have made this movement possible. Together, we will use our voices to make sure that our schools, churches, movie theaters, and concerts, and our streets become safer without having them feel like prisons. If teachers start packing heat, are they going to arm our pastors, ministers, and rabbis? Are they going to arm the guys scanning tickets at the movie theater? Are they going to arm the person wearing the Mickey Mouse costume at Disney? This is what the National Rifle Association wants, and we will not stand for it. Detectors and clear backpacks and more weapons in our streets if there weren't weapons of war in the hands of civilians. For too long, our government has been useless on this issue. Our job as their constituents is to make sure we know what they're thinking. There are over 250 representatives that have not come out with a public stance on this issue. It is our job to make sure that we call them up and force them out of the shadows of corruption and into the light of justice. As teens, people think that we don't like to wait around for things, and they're sometimes right. A lot of you are probably wondering, what now? Now, we need to come together on all fronts and push aside those that divide us. Now we need to get on the phone and call our representatives and push them to stop incumbency and take action. Now we need to educate ourselves on which politicians are truly working for the people and which ones we want to vote out. Because at the end of the day, bullets do not discriminate, so why should we? It is not about your race. It is not about your sexual orientation. It is not about your ethnicity. It is not about your gender. It is not about where you live or how much money you make. And it most certainly is not about political party. All it comes down to is life or death. To all the politicians out there, if you take money from the NRA, you have chosen death. If you have not expressed to your constituents a public stance on this issue, you have chosen death. If you do not stand with us by saying we need to pass common sense gun legislation, you have chosen death. And none of the millions of people marching in this country today will stop until they see those against us out of office, because we choose life. Thank you, I love you all.
97% of American voters want universal background checks for gun sales. People can buy weapons of war from the back of an SUV and no one is checking as to whether or not they have a restraining order, criminal record, or history of violence.
Good idea.
Yeah, I mean, it should be.
Do you think that Trump has made America great again?
No, I do not. I think he has gone back on everything we have done in the past years, and I think people used to come to America because it was land of the free, and people thought there would be no, people thought they would be accepted here. But with Trump, things have been going back. There's been more divide than in a long time, and it's just not good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Terrence.
Hey, how you doing?
Do you think Trump has made America great again?
I don't know about that.
Right.
I don't know about that.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you think Trump has made America great again?
Absolutely not. I think the only positive thing that has come of him being in presidency is that we have all come together. So it's made our voices be heard just because we are coming together as people. So I think that is the only good thing that has come.
Any advice to Melania?
Leave!
Thank you.
It's a fact. It's bigly true. It's bigly true. And it's definitely there. You just have to read for yourself. Kellyanne told me so it must be true. So,
Sure. Let's get weapons out of schools. Let's get weapons off of drones. A lot of information. Weapons out of schools, weapons off of drones. Drones for peace only. No, off of drones. Drones, there you go. That's okay. That's why I hand out the souvenirs so you can check it out later.
Well, now that you're here in front of Trump's International Hotel, do you think Trump is making America great again?
Of course not. That's an insulting question. How rude.
Is it that obvious?
Well, you must think I'm really stupid.
Keep going to the bottom.
Okay. So this is all you?
This is all me. Here we have Mel, who's
making a documentary?
Making a documentary.
Awesome.
So here we have the first 2 chapters of the documentary.
Okay.
That's right. God hates homosexuals.
I basically agree with you. Are you going to be watching 60 Minutes tomorrow?
Yeah.
What advice do you have for Melania Trump?
Melania Trump?
If you give her some advice, what would you tell her?
Be honest and stop saying what you think people want to hear. Give an actual opinion. It seems like she's always like, I remember this quote I read from her where she talked about having people assume something good about her even if it's not necessarily true. You have to have an opinion, and sometimes it is controversial to say what you want, but you have to stand for something, and it doesn't seem like, yeah.
And that's what she was talking about the other day, but it seems kind of ironic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
She's encouraging people to have courage.
Yeah, even though she doesn't have any.
No. Thank you.
but until probably the last.
This is a girl from Great Mills.
There's children being killed.
Do you think Trump is making America great again?
No. And I think that all of these people that are saying people kill people, not guns, they forget that there's a trigger to pull in the first place. They actually tried to take this poster down, and that's why I'm holding it. I didn't make this. They untied it, the people behind me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you think Trump is making America great again?
Huh. No, not at all.
Are you going to watch 60 Minutes tomorrow?
If I'm at home, I will. I plan to.
Yeah. What advice do you have for Melania Trump?
Well, I would probably leave. I would. Don't know if she signed a non-disclosure agreement, though.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Tell you what.
Shame on the people who stay at the Trump Hotel. Shame on the people who stay at the Trump Hotel. You dogs.
Right now, this is not the time to have the discussion. This is not the time for this. It's not the time.
The shooter at our school obtained weapons that he used on us legally.
I do not think that he should have gotten his hands on any kind of weapon.
Do you think it's too easy to get a gun? Do something about it. Make it not easier to get a gun.
We know that this type of weapon has been used in other shootings